Okay. We are live. Just wait 3 minutes till the top of the hour to start. In the meantime, I can check all of my equipment. We are back in Midgar. You might remember last time. Let's see, we ran to the Sector 7 plate, which unfortunately pinged, destroying all of Sector 7 and the majority of Avalanche, Biggs, Wedge and Jesse. Then we made it up to the top side, and now we are currently infiltrating the Shinra headquarters, and we're on level 64, which is the exercise area. So let's have a look. This is where we are, making our way up to the top of the tower. And this guy here is head of security. Stamina is very important to him. Well, apparently not important in regards to catching me. Let's see. Buster Sword, 4 slots. He's got Restore All, Lightning, Scent, Fire, Elemental. That could be a problem later. That should be okay. Steel. Yep. And what, he's got Restore All, so I've got 2 Restore Alls. Yeah, that'll do. It's not like it's particularly complicated in terms of the fighting in this area. Limits. She's still got Beat Rush. Barrett's only got Big Shot, so probably need to get a couple limit breaks with them. Otherwise, I think we should may as well start. It's on the hour. Let's explore a bit here now. There's a bit of an Easter egg in here. Let's get our Phoenix down. This locker here has a megaphone in it. Hello, Leo Summer. Nice to see you. The megaphone is actually a reference to a character we have not yet met. But by the end of the game, you can actually find an ultimate weapon in that particular locker. But we are talking way down the line. Anyway. We're done here on the exercise floor, so why don't we go up to 65? And this is where, yes, we got a puzzle. So, in the middle of this floor is a gigantic model of Midgar. But parts of the model are missing. A city born from the Earth's Maker. You can actually see, if you look on the bottom left-hand side, this shard here, that is Sector 6, which that's my Master took care of us. That sector actually collapsed during the building of Midgar, which is why you can never actually fill that. So let me see if I can remember the order of these chests. Okay, so it's that one. I have to run all the way. Some parts are missing. Yes. First part installed. I like this. It's not like a particularly complicated puzzle, but you know, you get to see a model of Midgar, and of course they've, like, Square Enix have actually recreated this model for some of their fan events, which it does look incredible. Imagine a Lego set of Midgar. Oh, I would spend any amount of money. I know this floor does have random encounters, so I'm surprised I haven't had one yet. Call it luck. Sounds like something opened up. So it's basically a case of getting parts, finding the chest that is in fact just unlocked by the last part. It's always in the same order though, so it's not particularly complex. It kind of reminds me of like a Resident Evil puzzle, but like a really easy one. Yeah, this one up here, hidden in this back room. They are very sneaky because it's kind of hard to see the only... Ah, here we go. Yeah, the gold saucer bit is... it's a very sudden tonal shift in the middle of the game, I have to say. I'm really glad that you're getting into it, Leo. I do think you will very much enjoy the game if you ever get back to it. God, these stupid things. Sweet. Let me speed it up a bit. There we go. You know, it's funny, when I was originally playing this game back on the PlayStation 1, I did not have I never felt the need to actually speed up the game, but now I actually have it. I'm not sure I could play this game without it. I did play the remake, Leo, and I loved a lot of it. I also had some problems with it in terms of its narrative, mainly the ending. There are some, basically just some story stuff they added which they didn't need to add, and I actually think dilutes the story rather than adds to it. There we go. Barrett has been furied. Fury is a status element that increases the amount of physical damage you do. I don't think I have... I don't know a way to get rid of it. Damn, oh well. But they do more physical, do less magical damage, and they're it's pretty good actually in terms of the limit break growing faster. But alright, 66. I like this floor. So all of the bigwigs are in the conference room. Gives me the feeling I am alive, the feeling of moving this world just with my hands. Yes, but you're also destroying it. Having another good meeting, plate incident. Yeah, you call it a plate incident. Here we go, this is the clue we needed. When you're in the bathroom, do you sometimes hear whispers coming from somewhere? This guy says a lot of dots, dot, 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 dot. Phew! What a weird addition. Oh my god. Okay. So, little whispers. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura was not the original director of Final Fantasy VII, that's Katase. He also was not the one who wrote the story or the backgrounds. He was like, he was a character designer, and he did develop some amazing characters. But Nomura kind of took the ending and was like, this is my story now, you know? It's almost like he wasn't happy with the original game, which is weird because the remake is trying to capitalise on that nostalgia. Anyway, geez, that's a lot of suits. I mean, it's 5 dudes, Barrett. We have the damage estimates for Sector 7. Considering these factories we already set up and all the investments, the damage is estimated at approximately 10 billion gil. The estimated cost to rebuild Sector 7 is... we are not rebuilding. What? We're leaving Sector 7 as it is and restarting the Neo Midgar plan. Then the Ancients? The Promised Land will soon be ours. I love the name Neo Midgar. I want you to raise the Mako rates 15% in every area. Jesus. Rate height, tra-la-la. Please include our space program in the budget. God no. Reeve and Scarlet divide the extra income from the rate increases. Just like in real life. Oh man, I love the polygons on Palmer. You can see that his torso and the bottom of his body are disconnected, and at the weird angle it makes it so funny and silly. So if you raise the rates, the people will lose confidence. It'll be alright. The ignorant citizens won't lose confidence. They'll trust Shinra Inc. even more. Ha ha ha! After all, we're the ones who saved Sector 7 from Avalanche. That dirty bastard. Indeed, I agree, Barrett. Ugh, here he is. Slimeball Hojo, how's the girl? As a specimen, she's inferior to her mother. I'm still in the process of comparing her to a mother Ethalna, but for now the difference is 18%. How long will the research take? Probably 120 years. It's probably impossible to finish in our lifetime, or in the lifetime of the specimen too, for that matter. With his gigantic forehead. That's why we're thinking of breeding her. That way we could create one that would withstand our research for a long time. What about the Promised Land? Won't it hinder our plans? That's what I need to plan. The mother is strong and yet has her weaknesses. I mean, what does that mean? Mother is strong and yet has her weaknesses. I think I know what he means. I don't think he's talking about Eris anymore. That concludes our meeting. Scarlet said nothing in this first meeting. Very much an anime scientist. Something stinks. That's Scarlet's first line in the game. Later on, she'll have a massive personality, really overbearing and horrible. But for now, she just smells shit. We're talking about Eris, right? Yes. Probably. Let's follow him. Yeah, Hojo's evil scientist trope only gets more pronounced the more we learn about him. There he is. You can see him by his ponytail. Hojo, huh? He left the door open. So the cold way he talks about breeding Eris is real gross. This is some terrible security. I remember him. That Hojo guy, he's in charge of Shinra's science department. Cloud, don't you know him? This is the first time I've actually ever seen him, so that's what he looks like. We will actually learn about the first time Cloud heard about Hojo at some point. Oh, it is. There's so much good cyberpunk in Jonin 2. The massive cannon. Is this today's specimen? Yes, we're starting right away. Raise it to the upper level. This is one of my favourite scenes in the game right here. My precious specimen. Cloud, his big old hair sticking out from behind the box. Precious specimen? Is it going to be used for a biological experiment? Poor Red 13, locked in a cage. And then Cloud sees Genova. This is so good. Eye booby and no head. Genova's so much scarier in this form. The fact that it's missing its head. Cloud goes a bit nuts. Ugh. Genova. Sephiroth. So they've brought it here. Cloud, be strong. Did you see it? See what? It's moving, still alive? Let's get real tense and then Barrett. Where's its fucking head? The whole thing's stupid. Let's keep going. Oh, I love Barrett so much. I actually think that Genova is creepier with the head. Later on we will see what Genova looks like with a head, and it is unsettling to say the least. Right, in the next bit, I'm not going to take... Oops. I'm going to take Barrett. Because, yes, fire, elemental... Restore... Yeah, you can restore, steel... Poison. You can restore all. And ice. Okay. Eris. Oh, is that her name? What do you want? We're taking Eris back. Outsiders. Should have noticed it earlier, you. There are so many frivolous things in this world. Aren't you going to kill me? I don't think you should. The equipment here is extremely delicate. Without me, who could operate it? That's right. I recommend you think things out logically before you make any rash moves. Now, bring in the specimen. Hojo is bluffing here, by the way. I don't think he actually has a plan. It's Red 13! I mean, this is a truly dark scene. The implication is that Red 13 is going to pass his genes on to Eris? What do you think you're doing? Lending a helping hand to an endangered species. Both of them are on the brink of extinction. If I don't help, all these animals will disappear. Yeah, he's a real Peter advocate. It's terrible. Eris is a human being. We've got to pay. Barrett, can't you do anything? Barrett does what he does best. Alright, step back. And just fucking start shooting. What do you do, my precious specimens? Yeah, get him, Red. Now's the chance to get Eris. Red 13 attacking Hojo is extremely cute. I don't know, like, he just looks like he's giving him kisses. Thanks, Cloud. Cloud, what's wrong? The elevator is moving. This is no ordinary specimen. This is a very ferocious specimen. He's rather strong. I'll help you all out. Holy shit, a talking dog. I'll talk as much as you want later, miss. We'll take care of that monster. Somebody take Eris somewhere safe. Let's get rid of Barrett, because we took his materia off. What's your name? Hojo's named me Red 13, a name with no meaning whatsoever to me. Call me whatever you wish. Yeah, keep it Red 13. Come on. Do it. Boss battle! And it's a gross thing with yellow ball friends. I'm not gonna bother healing, mainly because he'll just keep poisoning me over and over again anyway. Red. I do love Red. I think they could have done more with his character in the late game. He just doesn't get as much development as I think he deserves. But hey, you know, this game was done in a year, so I understand why. Oh, man, that hurt. Let's get the cure roll. Using fire armor, I think. Ow! That's right, attack Cloud. Ah, flip. Yeah, so basically they had begun planning Final Fantasy VII in 1994 as a follow-up to Final Fantasy VI. At the time, they had not yet planned to basically move it onto the next console to have 3D rendering. So what ended up happening was during Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger was just meant to be like a side project of Hironobu Sakaguchi, but it ran into massive development trouble. So the entire Final Fantasy planning committee basically got pulled over to finish Chrono Trigger, which meant that by the time that this game they could finally put their attention to it, it was time to basically go to the next console. Sony at the time were making a new console, the PlayStation, and Square saw that they were planning to use discs and it would give them a lot more room. So Square basically tried to convince Nintendo to go discs. Nintendo said no. Square responded by going to their competitor, which was a huge deal at the time. And because they wanted to kind of make sure that the PlayStation 1 was a success, they wanted to be really early in the PlayStation 1 life cycle. So they in 1996, they had all the equipment ready, they started to do all the 3D rendering, and Square said, you have 1 year to finally make the game. Which is why there is a lot of mistakes in this game, and probably why they're not using the technology to the best of the ability. Cloud, you did come for me. I apologise for what happened back there. I was merely acting to throw Hojo off. We've saved Darius, ain't no need to be in this building, so let's get the hell out of here. If you are interested in more background facts on the development and like a playthrough of the game, check out Final Fanservice. It is a new podcast that I have made, if you're into podcasts at least. Oh yeah, I mean there are some amazing stories. Final Fantasy VII was like the first 3D RPG, which kind of meant that all the RPGs have kind of followed a similar format in some way or another. Probably should get Aeris up. About level 12, yeah. Yeah, we definitely needed a break. I'm not going for a 100% run, I'm just enjoying myself striking. Besides, most of this is actually going to be focused on the story, rather than trying to min-max everything. Restore, lightning. I kind of want the others to be attacked in some kind of way. Fire. Poison. Elemental. Ice. Fire. Sense steal. Give them 2 senses, it's fine. Cover, I kind of want them to improve their limit breaks, so let's get them attacked. Meet up at the 66th floor elevator. Alright, fun fact, after we get the enemy skill material, which is Baller, we can't actually use it yet. There are no enemy skills in Midgar to get. But there are some optional things you can do here before you go down to 66. So you can get these potions. You can also talk to this dude here. Please don't kill me, I only did what Hojo told me to do. Why, thank you very much. And he gives you the keycard. It's actually not necessary to have this keycard. It doesn't actually do anything, except if you wanted to go up now, which you can't really go very far anyway. Another thing you can do, though, is get an incredibly high-powered weapon for Cloud. Which, let's see if we can do that. Oh, I hate these things. I think they are actually strong against fire. Okay, maybe not. No, don't shoot! Throughout most of the 90s and most of the 2000s, actually, it was really hard to get any good anime content in England, so I do know your pain, Leo. Nice, a critical 39. Here we go. Alright, so let's get these, and then let's try and get a rad weapon for Clouds. Just need to run around a bit. Right, here we go. The soldiers, 3rd class, you can steal from them, and they drop some very good shit, let me tell you. Let's get this thinny thing out of the way first. There we go. And it's probably safer if we kill off one of the 3rd class soldiers. How dare you sleep? Damn. Steel is not as useful in Final Fantasy VII as it is in most games. To be honest, being able to steal such good weapons at this level does kind of feel like cheating sometimes. God, they're casting ice too. Jesus Christ, that might kill her. No, good. Problem is, Steel has a very low success rate at this level. Steel is great, but like you can't steal anything from bosses, for instance. It's not nearly as detailed a system as like 9. Oh yeah, the Turks you can steal some good stuff with them. Eris is asleep. Cloud is stealing. Attack Eris, I need her to wake up. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up. Ooh, sweet. Steal anything? Yeah, there we go. Got the hard edge. Let's slow it back down and finish him off. Might as well save my limit break for whatever next battle I get into. There we go, he's dead. We equip. Yeah, look at that. It goes from 18 to 32 his attack. It is crazy good. Once we put cover back on now. Yeah, but that's kind of what I mean, Stockin, is that they are like everything you can steal is either completely not important or like overpowered for where you are. Almost saved over that far. So I kind of feel like they needed to balance this out. Like I shouldn't be able to steal a hard edge at this level of the game. Cloud's attack is already fine. Same with the atomic scissors for Barrett when we get out of Midgar. Alright, let's get the hell out of here, or so I think. Hey, what is it? Would you press up, please? I love Rude. Rude is rad as hell. Turks must be a trap. This must have been a real thrill for you. Did you enjoy it? Seng. Everyone likes Seng. I don't know why there's so much sexy fan art of Seng. He's a bastard. I forgive no one who hits Tifa. Sorry, Eris. Tifa too. But we'll deal with Scarlet much later on. And the required showdown with the big bad guy. Always loved his stupidly huge desk. We got you two? I mean, yeah. Where is Ares? In a safe place. She's the last surviving ancient. Why am I telling you this? Who knows? I gotta sound like I have more jowls. Oh. Don't you know they called themselves the Cetra? They lived thousands of years ago. Now they are just a forgotten page in history. Cetra? That girl is a survivor of the Cetra? Cetra, all the ancients will show us to the promised land. I'm expecting a lot out of her. The promised land? Isn't that just a legend? Even so, it's far too appealing not to pursue. I mean, there's a lot of legends you don't need to pursue. It's been said the promised land is very fertile. Gross. If the land is fertile, then there's gotta be Mako. Sorry, my voices are terrible. Exactly. That is why our money-making Mako reactor is necessary. The abundant Mako will flow out on its own. That is when Neo Midgar will be built, Shinra's new glory. Fucker, quit dreaming. Oh really, don't you know? These days all it takes for your dreams to come true is money and power. Yeah, that's relevant for our world too, sadly. I love Rude. Come on, out of his way. Like you doorman. Hold it, I got a lot to say to you. Love Rude runs him off. And his final great line. If there's anything else, talk to my secretary. Ha ha ha, I made a funny. I love this bit. Some good character development. Psst, can we get out? Leave it to me. Cloud, you're so brave. Thank you. That grows appreciation points from Tifa. Let's start off with Barrett. Hey. Ares is an ancient, and the real name of the ancients is Cetra. The ancients know what the Promised Land is, and the Shinra is searching for that Promised Land. I only heard stories about the Promised Land. I don't know if it really exists. Is that right? Red 13 scratches his ear. The Shinra believe that the Promised Land is full of Mako energy, which means if the Shinra get there, they'll suck up all the Mako energy. And the land will wither away, the planet's gonna get weaker. Can't just leave them be, I'm recruiting new members. Me, Tifa, Cloud, and Ares too. I mean, you're presuming a lot on Ares there. How about you, talking dog I just met? You're so damn boring. I always love the weird relationship that Barrett and Red 13 has. Let's talk to Red 13, or think about him at least. Grandpa. Grandpa! Grandpa! What's so funny? Nothing. Such a weird reaction. Let's talk to Ares. Cloud, are you there? Ares, you're safe? Yeah, I'm alright. I knew that Cloud would come for me. Hey, I'm your bodyguard, right? Oh, this could get awkward. It's gonna get real awkward. The deal was for one date, right? Date or hitots? Ah, poor Tifa. Oh, I get it. Tifa, you're there too? Excuse me. You know, Ares, I have a question. What? Does the Promised Land really exist? I don't know. All I know is the Cetra were born from the planet, speak with the planet and unlock the planet. And then The scepter will return to the Promised Land, a land that promises supreme happiness. What does that mean? More than words, I don't know. I love that line. It's a really beautiful line. Speak with the planet? Just what does the planet say? It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they're saying. You hear it now? I only heard at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgar was no longer safe. That is my real mother. Someday I'll get out of Midgar, speak with the planet, and find my promised land. That's what Mum said. I thought I would stop hearing her voice as I grew up, but... ellipsis. And let's just get some sleep. And then one of my favourite sequences in any game follows. This is so much better in this game than the remake. The door is open. When did it open? What's happened? Tifa, wake up! What's wrong? Something's wrong. Look outside. I wonder what happened. He should have the key on him. Come on, Tifa, get Aeris. I'll go help Barret and the others. Barret, Red 13, come with me. Something's wrong. How'd you get in? Why is the door open? The hell's going on? So there's the implication that whatever killed this guy came to Cloud's cell, opened it up, and just looked at Cloud and Tifa and then left. No human could have done this. I'll go on ahead. I'll clean up back here, so you guys go ahead and don't get caught by Shinra. What do you mean clean up? It's like, I gotta wash the blood off the floor of the murder we did not do. Everyone's dead. And the battle music is changed. Surprise attack. So, because our rows will be reversed, we can do a lot less damage unless I change my row. Yeah, it's real weird. He's like, oh, I just want to play with the dead body for a while. I mean, I get it. Oh, stop farting at Aeris! You weird pot. There's one dead. Yeah, kill that fucker. Oh god, that's... Alright. The enemy committed seppuku. I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's give it a bit of a heal, eh? Oh god. And this is what was missing from the remake. The trail of blood. Looks like it went to the upper floor using that elevator for specimens. Like, look how, like, fucking gnarly that gash is in the metal. I had better save. Looks like it leads up. Hey, it's that dude earlier who gave us the key. You can actually see massive scratches in the wall as well that they've added. Like there. Right, we got Limit Break. Hell yeah. Triple years on both of them. Kapow. Kazam. Must be strong against fire. Shoot them though. There you go. Spooky. I love spookiness. And I think, like, the reason why Final Fantasy is so memorable, like the best bits of Final Fantasy, is where they start going into horror. I really do think that they need to go back to horror. What? This is Final Fantasy VII. God, I haven't thought about Gale of Darkness in years. But this game came out, like, quite a number of years before Gale of Darkness. Yeah, it really does, yeah. And there are several points where Final Fantasy VII goes into horror again. The flashback sequence just as we leave Midgar is, like, properly creepy and scary. I think it's fair to say they haven't really gone close to that level of horror again. Yeah, atmosphere's so good. And the discovery of the body is so powerful. Because this is the very first physical thing we've seen of Sephiroth. And it is his gigantic sword sticking out the back of the President. He's dead. The head of Shinra is dead. Then this sword must be Sephiroth's. Both Tifa and Cloud know Sephiroth's sword. He's alive? Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword, because it's like 3 times the height of a normal person. Who cares who did it? This is the end of Shinra. It's Fat Man Palmer. But please don't kill me. What happened? I think he needs a German accent. Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yes, I saw him with my own 2 eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at a time like this? I heard his voice too. He said something about not letting us have the Promised Land. Then does that mean the Promised Land really does exist and Sephiroth's here to save it from Shinra? So he's a good guy then? Save the Promised Land? A good guy? No way. It's not that simple, I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different. I escape! I flee! I am Palmer. Rufus, fuck, I forgot about him. What, you just thought Shinra was gonna end? Vice President Rufus, the president's son. I wonder what sort of person he is. I only know his name. Heard he's been signed somewhere else for a long time. Heard that no one's ever seen him bleed or cry. Okay, so we are gonna get some pretty interesting sequences here. Sephiroth was actually here, by the way. Just who are you? I'm Cloud, ex-soldier first class. I'm from Avalanche. Me too. A flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What a crew. Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc. You're only president because your old man died. Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. Father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believe that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. It looked perfect on the outside. This sounds like the American government, and also all governments. Anarchy. But I do things differently. I'll control the world with fear. It's too much to do it like my old man. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. Ha 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 ha. He likes to make speeches just like his father. Get Eris out the building. Oh, that's such a good bit. What? I'll explain later, Barrett. This is the real crisis for the planet. That's such a good line. The hell is that supposed to mean? Like, Cloud's been cool the entire game, and then to see him, like, worry and kind of freak out over this is really something. Just take my word for now. I'll go after I took care of him. That's right, Cloud is gonna murder this young buck. Cloud, I just thought of something. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator. Ah, I love that Tifa refuses to leave without Cloud. It's great. It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check our equipment. Cloud and Tifa's materia. Yes, remove it. Every time it wants you to, like, take materia off the rest of the party members, it is a different mechanism every time. The buttons are different. It can get highly confusing. Let's see. She's got Restore All, Ice and Fire. She will be attacking... Yeah, we'll give her Lightning. You can also have Restore All. Oops. Ice Fire. Let's give him Steel as well, although there's nothing to steal. And Barrett can basically have the rest. Let's give him Poison. Let's make it Elemental. I need to level all, so we'll put that on and cover. But Barrett will just be attacking in this next fight. The reason being is that the next fight is long range. Actually, since it's long range... No, he can still... Red 13 can still attack with his limit, so I'll keep him in the front row, even if it means more damage. Let's do it. Floor 69. Let's get the flip out of here. It's a boss fight, but with normal music. Weird. Square have been trying to do these moving battle sequences since Final Fantasy VI, where there were 2 or 3 moving battles. And I guess here they're like, yeah, we've got 3D, let's do it. Let's make a moving elevator battle. Bolt. Thing, like all machines, it is weak to electricity. Yeah, stick with ice. I could probably say that. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Okay, that was a good thing I used Healing Winds. Why not? Okay. Red will keep using ice. It doesn't have particularly high HP. Something happens. There you go. His arm guns are broken. I'm gonna sit back a bit. Get comfy. You dead yet? No? Ow! Sled down. Should be dead. Looks pretty dead. Oh, still not dead though. Cannon charging. Oh, that does not sound good. Sensor cannon charged. Fuck. I think it will die before he gets to fire his sensor cannon, but I'm not sure. So let's heal up for it. There you go. However, if you think that's the end of the fight, it is not. There's the jerkwad dreidel now. Pow. I mean, it doesn't pack, like, the worst punch in the world. It does have quite a bit of damage. Ow! Oh my god, Eris is asleep. And Barrett missed. Whew! Okay. Let's speed this up a bit. This animations are a bit slow. Barrett, no, not now! Cover! Don't cover her now! You've woken her up. Should have left off cover. There we go. She's awake. Boruto. What am I using fire? No. I think this is a fairly large attack. Right. Let's heal up again. Eris is almost at limit break. Should be a nice heal. Zip. Please don't put me to sleep. That's fine. Oh, spin around. Okay. Come on, give me an LB. Yeah. Getting new LBs up. And Eris did not get to use her LB. Great. Oh well. Yeah. Remove material from members with Y. Access the menu with X. Right. Does not need 4 slots. Let's get a spirit up. Okay. Poison. Elemental. Don't think that will do really too much. But ice, restore. Steel. Cover gives a bit of vitality, so we can do that. Now I'm wondering whether he needs ice. He doesn't need ice. But nothing else actually. You need. You are ready, my lad. Yeah, let's do it. Why do you want to fight me? You want the Promised Land and Sephiroth. That's right. Did you know that Sephiroth is an ancient? I am going to exposit all of my secrets to you. Whatever. I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the Promised Land. I see. I guess we won't be allies. Right. Come on, Rufus, you piece of shit. Don't you dare barrier him, you little dog thing. Ah, god damn it. Okay, so physical attacks are down. Good. I killed the dog before the dog could cast magic barrier. Yeah, almost at limit. Actually, Rufus is vulnerable to stop, which is quite funny. So if we can get LB, we will use cross slash. So you can just basically do nothing for the whole battle. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me. There we go. Cross slash. Love cross slash. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That Kanji's literally stopped. Yeah, he stopped. Look at him. Ha 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 ha. Frozen in fear. That's what you are. Still not dead. Only. Oh, there we go. He started again. More bio. That's all for today. Rufus, you coward. Yeah, you know, you don't need to just hang on to a helicopter. You could have just climbed in. Oh well. Time to get out of here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I do think that Rufus does kind of look a bit lame just shooting him. I also love that he uses a shotgun, you know what I mean? It's not subtle. I think it is because the makers of the game wanted him to be kind of like a young American... Things are going to get complicated. A young American socialite, and they were like, American guy? Shotgun? Yeah, let's do that. I'll go on ahead. Fuck, we're surrounded. If I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing, but I got a reputation to protect. I love Barrett. You'll get out while you can. It's not that they're after, it's me. Well, that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over, jackasses. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Who are you calling Mr. Barrett? That don't sound right. Well then, if you are through talking, may I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here? Oh yeah. You're cold, man, just like someone else around here I know. Did you say something? Not a thing. What are we gonna do? Barrett! Hell yeah, Tifa. Hell yeah. Let's do it. One of the greatest sequences in all of computer games. Where's Cloud? Everyone, over here. What's up? Where's Cloud? He's coming. Hurry, hurry. Yeah. Hell yeah. This sequence determines so much of what I found aesthetically pleasing in my life. Yeah, fucking motorbike. And it is such a fantastic blend of technology and fantasy to have a dude with a giant sword on a motorbike. Let's do it. Yeah. God. And like, think where they were in Final Fantasy VI. You know, Final Fantasy setting, pretty traditional, some very cool stuff, and then bam, motorway. Okay. And this, again, is a lot of effort for something that they didn't need to do. You should form a party. Aeris still probably needs a bit of leveling, to be honest. We'll get Red in. Yeah, that's good. So Aeris and Red 13. Oh no, I took all the fucking material, didn't I? Okay, yada yada. You can have 4 slots, but you can have that in return. Protect some poison. Sweet, let's do it. Okay, so Red 13, Lightning Elemental, Cloud should be able to heal. Aeris naturally, canonically needs to be able to heal. But she then can have ice and fire. You have lightning, so you can also have fire. I'll throw in all just to level it up. You have poison just to increase the experience and need for poison to level up. And well, steel, sense. That's pretty much it. Enemy skill doesn't need to be equipped, but I'm going to do it anyway. And cover, yeah, I'll leave cover off. Now, yeah, we'll play this like I don't know what's going to happen immediately in the boss battle. But if I did know what's going to happen, I would change the line that they are in. I would put Cloud in the back row and Aeris in the front row. But let's play this like I don't know, eh? It's only fair. Right, let's fucking kill some Shinra. Oh yeah. Oh my god. There we go. Yeesh. The AI is really quite clever. It will distract you with one and then send another one after you. Ah. Oh my god, I'm doing so badly. There we go. Ow. Woo. There we go. God, it looks so cool. As enemies hit you, see you, Leo, as enemies hit you, you actually lose HP for the upcoming boss battle, which is a nice mechanic. It doesn't do much though, but it is fun. They also made their icons blink if you have a look at the top, which is unnecessary I think, but I'm glad they did it. Shit. They're boxed in. Ah. There we go. One, another one. Damn. Teeth and Barrett's taken a bit of damage. Ah. That's 2 down. Yeah. God, this sequence is so fun. Ah. There's a giant fuck off robot here. Yeah. And this is how the end of Midgar should have ended. And not with weird clandestine esoteria from Nomura. No, I'm gonna be back attacked. Oof. It's a fun way to start a fight. So the very first thing you need to do in this battle, if you haven't already, is actually change their rows. So I'm going to do that very first thing. There we go. Red's got Sled Fang. Yeah, screw him. Cloud can just attack. Aeris, yeah, may as well. It's easy enough to heal. Sadly, it doesn't have anything to steal, I'm pretty sure. I suppose I should check. Zoop, 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 zoop. Love the sound effects. The shitty MIDI. Hell yeah. Ow! Fire damage? That almost tickled. Oh my god, he missed. Oh, this shan't miss. One, two, fuck you! Looking so cool there, Cloud. God, I love this song. Those who fight better. The super hard one I remember. With a robot kind of similar to this. I found that battle quite tough. Yeah, she would have been, because she was only just rescued in the remake at that point. Why didn't I just attack the Cloud? His best attack here. Yeah, do damage to me. Give me some limits. I was gonna say that tickled, but no, that did actually hurt. Aeris can heal though. There we go. Unbearable. Come on. Never really understood the difference between these modes. Ow. There we go. And basically that's it for the tutorial of the game, which is Midgar. The entire opening of the game. Which, I mean, it is amazing and I love it. It's definitely not the entire game. This scene is fantastic. What do we do now? Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score. Will that save the planet? Seems so. Then I'm going. I'll go too. There are things I need to know. This is excellent character developing writing about the ancients' many things. They are establishing their motivation. You know, Cloud just isn't the main character and everyone else just goes along. Guess it's goodbye Midgar. Everyone has a reason, and that reason, they reflect upon it, they change it. Tifa, as we'll see, pretty much has nowhere else to go. Going back to my hometown. I'll go with you as far as that. It's the start of our journey. You hate travelling? I don't know, but I don't have anywhere else to go, so I guess it really doesn't matter whether I like to travel or not. You know what? This is the first time I've ever left Midgar. Really? You worried? A little. No, maybe a lot. I have a bodyguard, right? We told Aeris' mom to go somewhere safe, so Marlene should be safe too. I mean, you can really mess with both Aeris and Barrett here, but I'll play nice. She said she didn't want to stay in Midgar anymore, maybe it's for the best. Yes, the remake absolutely changed the ending. Let's go. We need a leader for our journey. Of course, that could only be me. You think so? I think it should be Cloud. Fuck, alright. Go northeast to a town called Calm. If something happens, we'll meet up there. Besides, we can't all be strolling around there. It's too dangerous. Let's split into two parties. Depending on how you split the party, you can get some very funny dialogue. So if I was to take both Tifa and Aeris, I would get quite a funny conversation there. If I took Barrett and Red 13, that would also be quite funny. Let's take Tifa and Aeris for now, because I think they need to be worked on a little bit anyway. And Barrett says, "Thought you'd do that." Later, at Calm. I love Barrett. I love this music. And also, the fact that Midgar actually has a wall of glass around the outside of it. And we are on the world map. It is freedom. It is fear. Right, okay, so... Is it possible? No, the children are wrong. Red 13... Steel, sense, lightning. Lightning elemental is good for now. Fire, enemy skill. Yes, we do need enemy skill. Enemy skill, though... I don't know. If you remember, Straken, Final Fantasy 15 was meant to have an overworld map. But it was so difficult, they ended up just kind of scrapping everything but. Like, so it wasn't even a particularly large area. I would be completely fine in the remake if they just... how would I put it? Just kind of... Yeah, the 15 car was cool. The story was pretty bad. I would be happy if they just kind of made this kind of upscale. Like, I know that Cloud... in terms of, you know, is not realistic in terms of size. That would have been good. Right. I'm going to look for a very particular enemy around here. One that I can steal an extremely high-leveled weapon from. Yeah, like, I love the character interactions, right? It had great character interactions and depth, but, like, nothing else. Gameplay was so-so. And in 7, they fucking, in the remake, they mastered that battling system. It's fantastic. I mean, I still love this one too. I would even say I prefer this, but hey, it's just me. Come on, dogs, die already. It is laid-back camp simulator. Oh my god, I'd never thought of that. I mean, that was the best bit of the game, is finding camp and cooking dinner. Cooking new recipes, come on. Give me a sweeper. Give daddy a sweeper. 2 sweepers, right, okay, let's get rid of 1 first. Yeah, okay, there's 1 down. And now we play the stealing game, and hopefully it also uses magic as well on Eris. Which is annoying in a pincer attack. Couldn't steal anything. Thank God for 3 times speed. Couldn't steal anything. Still couldn't steal anything. Okay, we've got magic at least, that's good. Still couldn't steal anything though. I'll keep trying to steal from there. There we go. We've got Atomic Scissors, which is a fantastically overpowered weapon. Yeah. Although, I'm not a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts. Slash. Like, I tried really hard to get into Kingdom Hearts, but... You know what it is? I'm just not a fan of Disney. Right, we've got Atomic Scissors, we've got Magic. Magic is ridiculously OP. It does 2 times the amount of damage that any other magic does to all targets, not just one, at this point. We've reached calm. Everyone's waiting at the end. Let's go, Cloud. Well then, I'll go on ahead. Okay, I'm going to take a brief break to get myself watered. I'm going to say like 3 minutes, get myself a drink. And then when we get back, I think what we can do is actually play through the Nibelheim story. So that will be fun. Alright. I will... Alright. That was about 2 minutes. Okay, am I ready to go? I think I am. Oh, the Roxas plot. It's been a while, Adam, I can't remember. Is that... Let's see. Is that the thing with Final Fantasy Versus 13 in the game? Because I've heard about that. Yo man, you're late. It doesn't matter how fast you get there, they will always say that you're late. Guess everyone's here now. So let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet. God, this story's gonna get so good. Let's hear it all. I used to want to be in Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth in several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me, and he hardly ever talked about himself. Tifa remains quiet. So I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other, until one day. One day? After the war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. You should not have been an elite soldier at 16, my boy. Sure is raining hard. Hey, how you doing? I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Everything okay? Hey. Settle down. They gave me some new materia. So his name. That does ring a bell. Can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You're going to brief us about this mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined Soldier to be like you, but by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission, kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Maker reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we'll dispose of those creatures, then we'll locate the problem and neutralize it. I'm Jason Statham. Brutal creatures? Where? The Maker reactor at Nibelheim. Nibelheim. That's where I'm from. I really should give Kingdom Hearts 2 another chance. Hometown. Something just strange just crashed into the truck. That would be our monster. God, Sephiroth looks so cool in battle. He does so much goddamn damage. And he takes 0 damage. Whoa. They even gave him a battle victory pose. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He's far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him. So where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerised by the way Sephiroth fought. Tifa remains quiet. And then we reach Nibelheim. How does it feel? It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? So, how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father... Evil laughing, evil laughing. What does it matter? Alright, let's go. You keep wandering around here and you'll get in trouble. Being a watcher is so boring. You want to do what we always do? Shall we practice? Cool guy pose. You mean my pose? Do members of Soldier always have to worry about what others think? How did it go? Was it like this? Good job. Note the other soldier also doing it. I really don't want to be in Soldier. The Mako smells pretty bad here. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that the name of Sephiroth's mother? I remember Genova. That's the damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. I love how he just downplays that drama so well. He breaks the tension. That's right. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later. Tifa, I was only... God, she really has Barrett typed around her little finger. Okay, Cloud, continue. The childhood friends reunite, although it's slightly awkward. I was really surprised with Tifa. And then he just... The town's quiet. Just doesn't see Tifa in the retelling. Odd. Everyone must be in the house afraid to come out because of the monsters. No. Maybe they're afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. All we need is one lookout so you others get some rest. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. God, there's so much I want to talk about in this cutscene, but I don't want to spoil anything. I heard Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of Sephiroth the monster. Take my picture. I don't take pictures of nobodies. Alright. Get back in the house, it's dangerous. Ah, I see. Alright, fathead. Hey, this guy's a real... Are you Cloud? Really, so that's how it is, huh? There's so many interesting things to do in this town that will only make sense much later on. But I do wanna try doing a couple. Oh, you have the Shinra? Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, it's you, Cloud. I didn't recognize you. Shinra? Shinra? Soldier? Sansa? Are you going to kill the monsters? Are you going to? That bit of dialogue is so goddamn interesting when you get back to Nibelheim later on. So, take note. Let's check Tifa's house, eh? Okay, that does sound pretty good. Cloud, did you go in my house? I did. Thought you might be home. Cloud, did you go into my room? Hell yeah, I did. Thought you might be in there. Yeah. Where is it? The letter. Did you read it, my letter? Hell yeah, I did. Remember what it said? I remember clearly. I read it. It was a letter addressed to Tifa from the son of the guy that runs the general store. Tifa, how are you? I just arrived in Midgard 8 days ago. Yesterday, all of Nibelheim got together to welcome me. The only person that we couldn't get a hold of was Cloud, but everyone said he wasn't really that close to us, so even if we asked, he probably wouldn't have come anyway. Well, enough about him. Midgard's really something, but to tell the truth, I fell so behind of everything. I'm so out of it. Even the rooms of the people in the slums are clean. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Right now I'm living in the slums, but I plan to move to a really nice room, like the ones I've seen in the magazines, once I make some money. But to do that, I guess I have to find a job first. That's right, I still haven't found a job yet. I lied to my parents and told them I found a great job with Shinra Inc. I wonder if it's too late to go back. Sometimes I think I should have taken over my parents' store. I do remember all of it, because there was some stuff about me. I just made it here to Midgard, but all I think is Nibelheim. Hey Tifa, is that stupid old water tower still working? Is the old man at the inn doing well? Are my parents still at the shop every day? Have any monsters attacked? And most of all, Tifa, how are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in years. We were talking all about you last night. Everyone likes you, but because everyone idolises you, I couldn't very well stab them in the back. I always acted cool, but actually I was afraid of being jilted. Well, if I keep writing like this, it will become a love letter. So I think I'll stop here. Take again, I'll write again. Write me back, okay? Oh. And last thing, or second to last thing. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I jammed on it. I remember. I think it's... Nope. That tune will be important later, but not now. Fun fact, not a lot of people know this, you can actually check this dresser here. Received orthopedic underwear. Cloud. It's true, just kidding, don't get mad. Cloud, we're talking about something really important here. I got told off for finding fake orthopedic underwear. Before we go into that house, let's check the general story. This very strange interaction. Welcome. Hey, aren't you... Have I been here before? I don't remember. Now you're pissing me off. This don't matter, so get on with it. That is a really interesting bit, just because it's the only bit we've seen in this particular scene that Cloud may be an unreliable narrator. This is my house. It has nothing to do with what happened 5 years ago. Yo, wait, I want to hear. Me too, it's been a long time, right? Tell us more. I will talk about my family. I don't know if you call it a family. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mum lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mum. My mum, she was a vibrant woman, hadn't changed at all, but a few days later she died. But when I saw her, she looked fine. This is a really sad scene, actually. And we recently found out her name is meant to be Claudia. Claudia. Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Or Kairi. Hi, Mum. Tadaima. Come, let me take a look at you. Are you talking about his mum's name, Adam? Yeah, in the remake, the subtitle calls her Claudia. You look so handsome. So this is a soldier uniform? Mum, again, what was cut there? My, how you've grown. Bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. This gets Freudian. I'm worried about you. There are lots of temptations in the city. I feel a lot better if you just settle down with a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have an older girlfriend, one that will take care of you. Like your mother. I think that would be best for you. I'm not interested. Are you eating right? I'm alright, the company takes care of me. Is that so? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Cloud? You know Cloud. Isn't that right, Cloud? I'll always be your mother. Yeah, so sad. Let's stop this. And again, the unreliable narrator bit with all the cuts. We never find out exactly what happened in the cuts, but you can eventually kind of guess, and it makes it kind of even sadder. Right, let's meet Zangan. Hi, Zangan. Mission, we're here to get rid of the monsters. And who are you? I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student. Did you say Tifa? Tifa has good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter. Just to show you that, you know, she isn't just a cowgirl. I want to see some Shinra techniques. If you see anything you can use, you might want to incorporate some of my techniques. Well, good luck. The whole inn's booked up by Shinra for the night. Cloud? Is that you, Cloud? Must have been 2 years, so you've really moved up in the world being under Sephiroth's command. What are you looking at? This scenery. I feel like I know this place. We're short one bed. We have an early start tomorrow, you should get some sleep soon. Yeah, let's get some sleep. I've hired a guide to the Mako reactor. I've heard she's young, I hope we can rely on her. Wonder who her is. She is her? Whatever. Once the guide gets here, we're heading out. Listen to me, Sephiroth, in case something happens. Trust me. I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you. Tifa, you're the guide? That's right. It so happens I'm the #1 guide in this town. It's too dangerous. I can't get you involved in this. If you're thinking that this reunion feels weird, it certainly does, and it is on purpose. There's no problem if you protect her. Let's go. I need to create a plot device for later. Can you please let me take a photo of you? Tifa, can you ask him for me too? Sephiroth basically gets bullied into having his photo taken. It cleans up nice. I'd feel quite confident if I was Sephiroth. That beautiful hair, those abs. Cheese it. Great, thank you. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed. FMV, which again is weird that they included this as an FMV. I guess they really liked the design of Mount Nibel, which is fantastic, right? It's really like oppressive and spooky. Everything in this section is spooky. God, I got a random encounter on the bridge. That is unlucky. Sephiroth, please kill them for me. Thank you. I mean, that's pretty baller. God, he's so cool. But really what I love about this flashback is actually showing, like, Sephiroth has a lot of character, and he's actually kind of like, he does act like an older brother, right? He's sympathetic, he wants to know about, like, Cloud's past, he shows concern for other people. He is like a real human at this point. I think what a lot of games in the Final Fantasy VII compilation universe does is kind of reduce Sephiroth down to, like, oh, he's a cold badass who wants to be God. But I really do feel like Sephiroth's actually quite a deep character when you look into this flashback and you can actually see his descent into madness. Everyone seems to be alright, we'll be able to get back. These caves are intertwined, like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, one person seems to be missing. May sound cruel, but fuck that dude. We can't go back, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. Oh, and if you open the menu, you can actually see that Cloud's portrait is a different one that we use in the future, right? So this is when Cloud is 16. Remember for the effort of actually drawing a younger version of him. Actually, that is what Cloud was going to look like up until when they finished the game. They decided to make him look older in his portrait. And also I love that you cannot remove Sephiroth's equipment. He gets super pissed off if you try and remove anything. Sephiroth ... Alright. Mysteriously coloured cave. Must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here. No! Please don't kill Cloud! Not that it matters. Get him, Sephiroth! Going with Bolt again, eh? I love this scene too. And what's this? A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature. So beautiful. Oh yeah, they never explained Tifa's cowgirl outfit. I can only imagine that it is something to do with the fact that they were inspired by America for a lot of this game. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up energy, this fountain will dry up too. Nameless guard. Wonder who that could be. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state. By the way, why is it that when you can use materia, you can also use magic too? You were a soldier and didn't even know that? The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say. Magic, a mysterious power. Ha 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 ha. Did I say something funny? A man once told me never to use such unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was. Who was that? Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. He was a walking mass of complexes. We won't even talk about Sephiroth's Freudian complex, a severe one. A Mako fountain, so this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. I love the look of this reactor. If the stuff in Midgar looked like cyberpunk, this looks like really cool steampunk. Finally made it. We sure took the long way though. Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside too, I want to see. Only authorized people are allowed in. The space is full of Shinra's industrial secrets. Take care of the lady. Sorry, love, you can't get in without ID. Man. Better take real good care of me then. There is some stuff which makes me think that Cloud has more like you could definitely see a Freudian complex being imposed upon him. The fact that both Aeris and Tifa are quite caring and protective and motherly towards him. The fact that Cloud's mother says you should have an older girlfriend, one that will take care of you. So there is a little bit. However, in Sephiroth, it's like fucking exactly everything the Freud was talking about. It's like bam, bam, bam. This is Genova, right? It won't open. And this room is meant to look kind of like a womb. It's red, it's kind of round. It's got all of these pipes that kind of look like blood vessels, and it's got these eggs. This is the reason for the valve function. This part is broken. And I think they really were inspired by Alien, by this bit as well. Close the valve. And it's kind of like the meld of the mechanical with the biological that really comes to symbolise what Genova kind of is. Fixed. Why didn't you do it yourself? Why did it break? Let's have a look. Now I see, Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed? Oh yeah, becomes materia. Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. God, so good. Look through the window. Spoopy times! What is that? Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you. Is this some kind of monster? Exactly, and it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters are. Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? And then Sephiroth begins fucking freaking out. No. Was I? Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all of these monsters? You saw it. All of them were humans. Human? No way. Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from others, special in some way. But not like this. Not like this. Oh, someone get me some clothes, I'm fucking freezing. It turns out that these things were called Makonoids, but never used actually in the game. Am I human? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant then. I was even more surprised that Shinra was producing monsters. Damn, Shinra, the more I hear, the more I hate him. Whoever would have thought the Mako reactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me? Let us save the game and get some rest. And I think there is a good day to actually end the stream for the day, since the second part of Nibelheim is also quite lengthy and dramatic. So tomorrow night from 6 PM EST, which is 11 PM Greenwich Mean Time, not Greenwich Mean Time, British Standard Time, which is my time. Yeah, we will continue in Cloud's past. So thank you so much for coming out, guys. I love every single one of you, and hey, you know, peace and love. I don't really know how to end streams. Bye.